Hello beautiful people of the internet, and welcome to the second video in this hair care thing that I'm doing. So in the last video I gave you some ups and downs that you should take into consideration if you want to have bright hair, but in this video, which is a part 2, it's kind of a sequel to the last one, I am going to give you some tips and tricks on how to maintain your bright colored hair. I'm gonna say the same thing as in the last video. These are not new tips at all. I mean, if you go onto YouTube and you look for some hair maintenance videos and stuff, you can find a lot more videos just like this one. But I did want to make this video and I did want to share these tips and tricks with you because I found that these are tips and tricks that do help me a lot, and I just want to help you out as well. So without making this video unnecessarily long, I am just going to start talking you through some of the things that I do to keep my hair vibrant. The first tip, which is probably the most important one, and I know that a lot of you will not like that, but the first tip is to wash your hair as least as humanly possible. And I know what you're thinking, oh my god, that's gross, you don't wash your hair, my hair is super oily, I have to wash it at least every 2 days. Trust me, I am like that as well. My hair is super duper greasy. If I want to keep my hair pretty and clean and stuff, I would have to wash it every single day, which I don't. That's just kind of to show you how greasy my hair naturally is. And yet it is best to not wash your hair as frequent. Oh, hello sun. Thank you for ruining my lighting. Yeah, wash it as least as you possibly can. That doesn't mean that you don't have to wash it at all. I mean, of course you still have to be, clean and stuff. But instead of washing it every 2 days, I suggest washing it twice a week maximum. And in this case, dry shampoo is your best friend. I swear to God, dry shampoo is your savior in this situation. The thing is just that the more you wash your hair, the more you will wash out the colors of your hair. And of course, if you have bright hair, you want to keep it bright for as long as possible. At least that's what I try to do. I don't always succeed in it, but I try to. So yeah, like I said, dry shampoo is your best friend in this situation. In case you're interested, this is the dry shampoo that I usually use. This is the Baptiste, or Baptiste, because I feel like it's a French name, so I should probably say it in a French accent. So this is the extra large volume dry shampoo by Baptiste. I don't really have a particular reason why I like to pick this one out. I think it smells good and it gets the job done, and like it says, it is extra large volume. My hair is so straight that it is just flat around my face if I don't do anything with it. So I find that this dry shampoo really helps to give it a bit more volume and to make it look a bit more pretty, I guess. So in case you're interested, that's the shampoo I use, but I guess any kind of dry shampoo works really. But of course, you can't just live off of dry shampoo your entire life. At some point, you will have to wash your hair eventually. I do have some tips for that as well. The first one is to wash your hair with cold water. I know that this does not sound pleasant, and especially in the winter, it isn't, but I feel like that helps keep the color in a lot better than if you wash it with warm water. If you don't like to wash your hair with cold water, you can also use water that is half cold, half warm. I can't think of the word right now. So it doesn't really matter if it's a bit warmer as long as it is not too warm. And of course, the colder your water, the better your colors are gonna stay, I guess. Everyone also keeps telling me that I should use sulfate-free shampoos, so I thought I'd just throw that in here as well, although I have no idea what the sulfates actually are or what they do, so I can't tell you too much about that. The shampoo that I usually use is this one. This is the Shampoos Color and Luminance Protection Shampoo for colored hair and highlights. I don't really know why I use this. I have been using this from the first time I started washing my... No, that's not true. I started using this from the first time I started dyeing my hair, and I've always kept using it because I think it smells good and I just like the shampoo, I guess. There's probably better out there, but this is the one that I use. And to go with that, I have the conditioner that matches with it. So this is the Shampoos Luminance and Protect Conditioner for colored hair or highlights, and I think it smells really good. Again, it's the one that I have been using from the first time I started dyeing my hair, and I just kept using it. Although I'm sure that there's a lot better shampoos out there, these are just the ones that I like to use. Another thing I really like to do is to put some of your leftover semi-permanent color into your hair conditioner. Basically what that does is every time you wash your hair, you kind of wash the color off for a little bit. By putting your color into your conditioner and by applying that colored conditioner into your hair after you washed it, you kind of put a new layer of hair dye on your hair, sort of. It's not as intense as if you would just dye your hair like that, of course, but I feel like that really helps to keep your hair vibrant. Although I don't really think I can do that this time if I want the purple and stuff to stay in, because there's a lot of shades into this kind of blue. But I remembered when my hair was bright orange, like carrot orange, and when it was bright pink, I did mix up my color into my conditioner, and I really feel like it helped keeping the colors vibrant. So although a lot of hairdressers do not approve of this, I suggest you do that because I feel like it helps a lot. So that's just a tip I can give you. Another thing that I do have to say with that is to be sure that your conditioner is clear, or if you use a white conditioner like I do, that you kind of take into consideration to take a color darker than the color that you have, because the white will lighten up the color and you will get like a more pastel or faded color. If that's what you're going for, that's cool, of course, but I know that that's not what I'm going for, so I thought I'd just mention that just in case. What also helps a lot is to kind of treat your hair afterwards. Hair masks always are a very good option, not only to keep your color vibrant, but also to kind of repair your hair, I guess. So I suggest you also use a color protect mask once a week. Oils are also very good to keep the color in your hair, apparently. What I like to do is treat my little ends of my hair with some coconut oil when my hair is damp. So when I get right out of the shower, I like to put a tiny little drip of it on my fingers and just massage it into the ends to feed the ends a bit more. And once a week I will also just cover my entire head with coconut oil. How is it? 100% virgin coconut oil, just to feed my hair and to give it a bit of an extra healthy glow, and just, you know, to make it look more healthy, I guess. So that's also a tip I can give you. Apparently argan oil is also very good for repairing your hair and for keeping your hair vibrant and stuff. I haven't used that one yet, but I thought again I would just throw it out there in case you would like to try that out. Then you can do that, but I've never tried it. I'm very happy with the coconut oil though, so I do recommend you use that. And that's it for the things you can do into the shower. Some things you can do for your hair out of the shower is trying to avoid as much things with heat as possible. Blow dryers, flat irons, curling irons. Try to avoid that as much as possible because they affect your color as well. What you can do is put on a heat protectant spray if you do want to do that. I think it's for the best because you will damage your hair like crazy if you don't. And if you do use flat irons or curling irons or hair dryers or whatever heat kind of thing that you want to use on your hair, I think it's for the best that you pick out something with adjustable heat. So if you do curl your hair, or if you do, you can put it on the lowest or one of the lowest settings to least damage your hair. And then, you know, like I said, some heat protectant spray, you can set it with some hairspray afterwards. And I don't know, I guess it's just try to avoid heat as much as possible. I already said that with the washing your hair part, and I do say it here again because they will affect your color. And if you want to keep your hair vibrant for as long as possible, that's probably the thing you have to avoid as much as possible. Another tip that I can give you is to not go swimming with bright hair, especially when it's warm outside. I know that going to the swimming pool or to the beach is very relaxing and very fun and stuff, but if you have bright hair, I think it's best to avoid those kinds of things. The chlorine that is in your pool will have an effect on your hair. It kind of depends on the color though. But for example, I know someone personally who went swimming after she just blonded her hair and she got out of the pool with green hair, which is not what she wanted. So the chlorine in the pool can affect your hair color. Not only that, but I guess that no one in the pool will appreciate it to kind of swim around in a big pile of color that has come from your hair. So a swimming cap is really recommended in these situations. Same goes when you go swimming to the ocean. Usually in the ocean there's a lot of salt, and salt eats away your color as well. I remember going to the Lush to get my sea spray, which is my favorite volumizing spray ever, and they actually advised me to not use it when I just colored my hair because the salt in it kind of eats away your color. So I can only imagine that the ocean with a bigger amount of salt would do the exact same thing. I haven't tried that out for myself, but I think it's best to not test it. And I think that kind of includes the tips and tricks I have for you to keep your hair bright. My favorite thing to do of all the things that I mentioned is the colored hair conditioning, because I do feel like that is the one that keeps your hair the most vibrant, because like I said, it kind of re-dyes your hair slightly, but all of the other ones help as well. These are things that I've been doing for years to keep my hair vibrant, and now you know all my tips and tricks, I guess. So I guess this is the end of the video then. If you have any questions about other things that you can do to keep your hair vibrant, or if the things that I mentioned here weren't completely clear, you can comment them below. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. If you have other questions about certain tips or tricks that you're not sure, you can also comment them below. Or if you have some tips and tricks to keep your hair vibrant that I didn't mention here, but that you want to share with all the other beautiful people of the internet, you can also comment them below. I feel like my audience is so nice to each other and so understanding and respectful and stuff, and I feel like everyone's very helpful for one another, so it would be really cool to see that kind of continued in this video as well. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say for that. So thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful, and yeah, I will see you again very soon. Bye!